Friends, today we will discuss about natural language processing phases. In the natural language processing, there are some following phases, or it's also called the logical steps in NLP. In these phases, basically input sentence or input strings are inserted into the different phases to produce targeted representation. The very first phase of NLP is morphological processing. The next phase is syntax analysis. At this level of phase, the input syntax checked with the two factors logical and grammar. The next phase is semantic analysis. In this phase, we check the semantic rules. And the next phase is pragmatic analysis. At that phase, contextual information are checked. Now, the very first phase of NLP is morphological processing, or it can say lexical analysis. The purpose of this phase is to basically break down the whole string into the small blocks, that's called chunks of the language, or corresponding to the paragraphs, sentences and words. In this phase, basically input strings are scanned and converted into the intelligible lexemes. For example, the entire book is divided into paragraph, parses and words. It searches morphemes, which are the smallest. Basically, morphemes is the smallest unit of word. For example, a word like uneasy can be broken into two subwords, taken as uneasy. Now the next phase is syntax analysis. Syntax analysis is basically a second phase of NLP. It is a technique of checking grammar, displaying relationship between them and arranging words. Basically in this phase, whole sentence are checked with the grammars and order of words are proper or not. The purpose of this phase is twofold. First one is to check the sentence is well formed or not, and the second fold is break up into the structure that shows syntactic relationship between the different words. Syntax analysis guarantees that the structure of particular piece of text is proper. For example, the sentence like the college goes to the boy. The sentence does not produce any meaning, would be rejected by syntax analyzer or parser because it makes no sense. Now, the third phase is a semantic analysis. In this phase of NLP, the purpose is to draw extract meaning, or you can say dictionary meaning from the text. The text is checked for meaningfulness. It is also deal with putting words together to form sentence. It extract the dictionary definitions and the meaning of text is examined. Basically, in this phase, whole the sentence is a meaningfulness or not. That particular things are checked in these phases. The meaning of the text is examined and accomplished by mapping that task domain, syntactic structure and objects. For example, semantic analyzer would reject a sentence like hot ice cream just because there are we use some rules of semantic analysis. So hot ice cream, yet it is illogical because ice cream cannot be hot. Now the last phase of the NLP processing, it is a fourth phase of NLP. In this phase, uses a set of rules that describes cooperative dialogues to help you find the intended result. Finally, it is the last phase and it is used to convert previous result. It converting things like word repetitions, who said, what to whom, and so on, in which they convey a variety of other factors The process of extracting meaning, situation used of languages, it basically translates the given text using the knowledge gathered in the previous state. So previous states, in the previous states, it gathers the knowledge. For example, sentence put banana, for example, sentence put banana in the basket on the shelf can have two semantic interpretations, and pragmatic analyzer will choose between these two possibilities. Thank you.